I don't think this is mine. I don't know what to wear today.
Oh, same.
What?
I said same. It's me every day.
Jay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How are you voting this week?
I really don't know what's happening. Because no one's talking to me.
Because what?
Because no one's talking to me.
I know. I don't know. A bit of me was like very confident that you would save me because I'm not the one that done you wrong.
Yeah.
You didn't call me out for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Calling me fake or anything like that. And I've always been very honest with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like we always, whenever we have a good talk, it's very like unbiased, unjudgmental, and
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But I didn't really talk to a lot of people. I talked to William yesterday because I felt really betrayed by Ika.
Mm-hmm.
And like upset because like she swore her kids that she would never go after me and that she'll keep me safe. And the moment that she was in danger, she like threw me up as an option and now made a deal with it. And
I don't know. Well, continue. I'm going to tell you what I know after, but yeah.
But like Ika's been the one that's been playing both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I've been betraying you and William so
Mm-hmm.
much.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that like, you know when you asked me about the vote, did you vote for William?
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you the truth. When you
Mm-hmm.
told me that Kevin threw me under the bus, I already knew that.
Okay.
Ika told me.
Mm-hmm.
So she told me, Dre wants to trust you, so she's going to tell you eventually. I'm like, I thought Dre already trusts me. She's like, just wait.
Yeah.
And then you did tell me.
Yeah.
And I told Ika, well, it is the truth. I'll just tell her that I did do that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, she understands, and I already explained why I nominated you, so
Yeah.
she'll understand why I did well.
Yeah.
No, she won't. Just tell her that you did Dre and Jackie, because they don't know who was the second vote for Jackie. So I was like, okay. So when we sat here, that was planned for me to come in and she'll bring me in, and then that's when you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I lied to you for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, I did
Yeah.
Dre and Jackie. When I left, she comes to me, she goes, Dre knows that you're lying. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell her that I confronted you, and you're gonna tell her the truth, and then she'll trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what do you mean she knows that I'm lying? It's like, oh, we figured out that Dimitri was the one that voted for Jackie, so, but like, don't worry, like, I know her, I know that if you tell her the truth,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
don't worry, like, I know her, just do it. So then, that's when I came up to you and said, I didn't
Yeah.
lie to you, I felt the pressure.
Yeah.
She was already working with me and Bruno. So when we sat here and she goes, do you trust Bruno? And she was pretending that she wasn't sure and she wasn't sure. She already was
Yeah.
working with us. That was already planned.
Yeah.
So that when we had that HOH conversation, she's like, I'm going to go talk to them first, and then you're going to walk in, and then Bruno's going to walk in. And then it's going to look very organic. And she already planned all of that stuff. Every conversation that you've had with her, whether that conversation with you and Emily and her, she told us all about it. She said Dre was the one that threw you under the bus. Dre...
Through who? Cindy?
Yeah, and Dre,
No.
Dre told Emily that Bruno said that Bruno has Dylan. Like, I just sat there and I listened because I wanted to tell you guys everything. But she was the one that spilled the tea.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm trying to help. So this whole time since day one, she's been working with us, and she said that she has you and William, and that she'll talk to you, and like all this stuff. But she'll tell me every night, like, Sindy, trust me. Like, I'll pick you over Dre. Like, I'll never go after you. Like, you have to believe me. And I did, and I trusted her so much like that. Even instead of the plan was to backdoor you. If it was a double.
You guys think I'm a threat?
I
Oh my god!
didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, why? Sindy, she's with William. Dimitri, like, it's a pair thing. If we break it up now, blah, blah, blah. We fought in the pool area because we wanted to keep Dylan. She didn't want to show her cards yet. She's like, no, guys, if I do this, then I can't work with Jay and William, and I can't report to you, and I can't work both sides. And that's when her and Netta started fighting. Like, literally everything that she's done. And the thing is, you're the type of person that forgave her.
That's the thing.
You forgave her 24 hours later.
That's the thing. The thing is, I felt like she was playing both sides because I would tell her something and then she would be like, no, that's not a good idea. And in my head I was like, it is a good idea.
Yeah.
I know it is. And then she would be like, no, but it's too early or things like that. And then I did the same thing to me. And well, in the very beginning when I was like talking to Netta, she would be like, no, Dre, it's not a good idea because it's too early, blah, blah. And then I figured out, I was like, if they say that when I was talking about, for example, Kevin and Bruno are sketchy or things like that, and they were like, no, they're good. I was just like, okay, well, if they're saying that, it might be because they're working both sides. I knew that Ika was working both sides. I just didn't want to admit it to myself, and I didn't know to which extent. That's the only thing. And then when that blew up, I was like, oh my goodness, like it was actually bad. But it's not like I was oblivious to the thing. The only thing is, it's not that, yes, I forgave her, but right now, the situation where you're on the blog, didn't say your name. Even when we talk right now, she didn't say your name. What she did, and I was there when she talked to Dylan, is that she said, please don't put me on the blog, go with your guts.
Yeah.
She didn't talk. I'm not lying right now. She didn't say anything bad about you. She didn't go around saying Cindy's like this, Cindy's like that, blah, blah. The only thing that she ever said about you is you can trust Cindy, Cindy's good. And that's before Netta and blah, blah. Which I was like, okay, yeah, I think I can trust Cindy because when I was coming to talk to you, you were like just non-judgmental and you were just giving me like the advices and stuff like that, which I believed her. But right now what happened is that, yes, she wanted to save her ass because she thought she was going to be on the block, and she said to Dylan, go with your guts. I don't think that she made any deal, and I'm not close to Dylan like that, so I can't tell you exactly what happened, but she didn't trash your name in front of me at least, and I can't say that she did, and it's not because I like her, because at the end of the day, I do want to win as well, so it's not, she didn't trash your name in front of me at least, and I don't think in front of William, like she didn't do it as well. I was there when she talked to Dylan, she was like please don't put me on the block, and I wasn't there when she made the deal. If she made a deal, that's whatever. But she said, just go with your guts, but please, like, I'm not the good, like, don't put me on the blog. So I understand the situation sucks, and I understand, like, it's a crappy situation, but how I look at it is, like, right now, I still feel like it's Kevin, Bruno, Cindy.
Please fix your microphone.
I still feel like it's you three guys, and I feel like if you were in my position, you would see that as
I
as a trio.
Yes, but if the situation is Kevin and Bruno wanted to work with you, but every time they try to talk to you, I could say, she's not going to trust you. Don't even bother. She's not going to trust you. Even this week, after you were mad at her, that night, that HOH night, before we did the buzzkill competition, and you guys were all in the bathroom, and we were all here, in front of everyone, she's like, there's no way I can salvage that. I don't want to play both sides anymore. Yeah. If I win, I'm going to put up Jay and William. I don't care.
And then none of them came and talked to me.
And that's
Ika didn't, Kevin didn't, Bruno didn't.
But like,
you didn't. No one came and talked to me afterwards.
But that's the thing. It was like we all sat there and we were like, okay, if that's what everyone wants to do. And she was like, trust me, that girl's gonna come after her. She's strong, she's smart, she's been there, and I've worked with her, I know. But then the moment that everything changed, the next day she's like, and she told me, she's like, I already talked to Dre. She's good with us, but we can't tell Kevin and Bruno that she's good with us. But like, don't talk to her yet, just wait like this week and let me like don't worry, but I'll protect you. So I trusted her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, if you don't want me to like sound like I'm being aggressive with Dre, like it was so good to finally talk to you yesterday and just talk about anything. Yeah. And I understand from your perspective from the game thing, right? Right now, it is pretty much like everyone's either going to do Kevin and Bruno or Ika and Dimitri. Yeah. But if Jackie were to stay, or if Karen wins HOH and Jackie wins HOH, you don't think Ika's going to go to Jackie and go, because of me, I saved you. And Ika and Dimitri's not going to go after you. But you know that they're going to get someone else to do it.
Which, we're all going to do that, right? I am going to get someone else to put them on the block.
Which is understandable. Yeah. But would you not have someone like me who's saying, who have never gone after you, who's not going after you, stay, so that if Jackie were to win if Karen were to win HOH, she's not gonna be like, oh, don't go after Dre Mom. She'd be like, go after Sindy and Kevin. She's gonna push that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I stay, I'm always gonna be. You have a guaranteed extra week because someone will put me up.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna push for that.
Yeah.
But if I'm not here, the only option is, well, Dre and William's gonna put Kevin and Bruno, Jackie and Karen. Well, they're not working with them, but they're working with me, and they're not that close to Dre and William. I'll get them. Why do you think she's being super nice to Jackie recently? The moment that Gary left, she told me, I'm gonna talk to Karen. I'm gonna bring Karen in. Don't worry, I have Karen.
It's funny because Karen thinks she has.
But that's the thing. But if Karen thinks she's that close to Ika, and then she goes, she's HOH. You don't think Ika's gonna go in her ear, just like how she did with me to tell me about putting up Dylan and Jackie, telling me like, oh, do this, blah blah blah. Like, I promise you. Like, I understand where you're coming from. That like there's this trio, but this trio is willing to work with you and William, and we've always been willing to work with you guys.
But you got, I feel like you didn't, like, I trusted you and not Kevin and Bruno.
I know. But
and
like when I was on, like, that's the thing is, like, I feel that, like you tell me all the time, like, at home, like, you would have all these friends and they would screw you over, but you would take it because that's the type of person that you are. You would take it. And I feel like that's the same thing that Ika's done to you, where she'll betray you. You kind of know it, but you're just like, I'm just going to take it because, well, I'm strong. I don't want to deal with this or whatever.
Yeah.
Yet I'm the friend that is on the block and wanted to cry but held my tears in because it was your birthday, sat down at dinner and spent the whole night with you because it was your birthday. And it wasn't until you went to bed that I went and I cried. Yeah. And I cried so hard. But I didn't want to do that and ruin your birthday.
Yeah. Oh, you're cute. My birthday's not that important, Sindy.
Right?
You could have cried. My birthday's not that important. But yeah, I hear you.
On the block, do you think she would have done that? Do you think she would have been, okay, Dre, it's your birthday. I'm gonna cook you dinner. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna dance with you. Do you think she would have been that friend? No, she would have been mopey. She would have been grumpy. She would have sat in that bed, and she would make you feel bad that she's on the block. And then, let's say you did vote with Kevin and Bruno, and you and William voted for me to stay. Obviously, she's gonna get upset with you. But do you think she will forgive you in 24 hours like you have done? She'll go, but those two went against me. I'm never gonna forgive them.
Because don't you feel like I'm going to have more people against me?
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, if she's willing to drop me and be so disposable that quickly, she would do the same thing with you. But if I'm staying and it's just her and Dimitri that's going to go after you. But then myself, Bruno, Kevin, William, there's 5 of us that can compete in the next HOH. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that this is trio. Like, if you want, even if you win HOH, you can still put me back on the block. I am that trusting with you. You can go ahead and put me back on the block and rebuild your relationship with Ika if that's what you want to do. You can put me and Kevin back on the block, me and Bruno, whoever you want. I will go back.
I don't know
block.
right now who I'm putting on. I just feel
that's
like.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm not asking you, okay, give me decision, give me decision. I just want you to think about this. Right now, all you're seeing is a trio. We need to break up this duo, right? And I get that. But I'm also getting that if she gets this opportunity to strike at you, whether it's with Karen or if Jackie was to stay, she will. If I were to win, if I were to stay and I want HOH, there's no way in hell that she can come in my ear and go, remember training with you? I'm not going to listen to that. Neither is Kevin and neither is Bruno. But Jackie and Karen, you know, are so influential. And then on top of that, if Jackie makes it to the end, I've been on the block 3 times and not once have I gone home. I've been everyone's public enemy, like enemy public number 1. And I still stayed. Because I made good relationship. I laid low. And now that Jackie's laid low, who's going to put her on the block next? Because everyone's going to do Kevin and Bruno or Ike and Dimitri. Now no one's going to go after her. And because she's alone, anyone can pull her in. But with me, you know where I stand. You know who I'm gunning for. You know that I've never lied to you. And the one time that I did is because of Ike. But I've been true to you. If I was HOH in Final 5 and I had to put up, I would tell you. And you know that. And I understand, like, we're all here to win. All I'm asking is for that 1 extra week because give me that trust because I have never betrayed you. And it just makes me feel that, like, here's someone, Jackie, who did betray you. She worked with you. You've been calling her out since week 2. Here's Ika, who's been playing you this entire season. You knew about it. Then it was confirmed. And here's someone who didn't do anything, but you're going to send her home. And it makes me feel like should I just lie to you and betrayed you and been shady and been like, okay, well, I'll get it. But I haven't done any of that. And it just, I know that's not the type of person that you are. You talked about integrity, you talked about your character. And to me, just to see that I've been so true and honest with you, that I can potentially go home because of that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just really think about it. I want to talk to you and William together. You, like, it's just you two.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know Kevin and Bruno's going to vote, but they want me to stay, and they will do anything. They were never coming after me.
But they say that, but they don't, they're not.
I've been there. I've been in the rooms. I go with the guys. Kevin and Bruno. The French Connection is coming after you. If you win HOH, you have to put them up. She's been saying that since week 1, week 2, week 3. She's been saying that every week. So to them, they're like, okay, well, if they're coming after us, we have to come after them. It makes sense. But Bruno has made an effort. Bruno has tried to talk to you. Like, Kevin is talking to William, but Kevin really trusts William. He would never do anything to William. And I told you that.
I don't believe that,
I know
Sindy.
you don't.
You know why? Because Kevin says things to William that are not true. And he says things to William like the time that William asked him to use a POV, he went around and told everybody, I'm just going to do what William wants. And William did say, can you use a POV? And he didn't. I don't believe Kevin. Bruno was here. I said, did you have an alliance with Dylan and Emily? Or it's like, did you guys? And he's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, Bruno. And he's like, well, it wasn't like I didn't. And I was just like.
It wasn't like a solid alliance, because the solid alliance was
U6. Yeah.
That was that. Just like how we talked about it, right? Where he's like, we agreed that we're going to keep each other, but I wouldn't go around and go, that's an alliance. But
that's the thing. I didn't understand who Bruno was going after or who Kevin would go after if it wasn't for me. If it's not me, who are they going after? Don't tell me they're going after Karen.
No, but they didn't trust Ike and Dimitri this entire time. But for me, I did.
Yeah.
And I pushed for that within that alliance.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, Ike's been keeping you safe with Dre and with William, with that side. So why can't you trust her? She's been doing this, she's doing that. She'll walk around, she'll be like, guys, I've been working the other side like a little hooker, like freaking doing all the stops to try to protect you guys. And when Dylan, Emily, and Jackie's coming after me, you guys won't put them up? Like what kind of alliance is this? I feel so one-sided. And then I felt bad, so I was like, okay, I'll put Dylan and Jackie up. When it's my HOH, I'll promise I'll do it to prove to you. And I've done that this entire season. I voted with her to keep Dimitri. Every time she tells me something, I'll keep it a secret. Like, I did everything. And I've been so loyal to her. And this entire week, she just starts, the moment she knew that she was in trouble. She may not talk about me, but she did not support me this entire time.
Yeah.
And I still don't feel that.
Yeah.
Right? She said that she had my back, then she had the votes to keep me. She could have told you guys, just honestly, like, trust me, blah, blah, blah. But she didn't. She just stopped. Why? Because she knew that if I stayed, I'm going to go after her. And now there's Jackie and Karen, who she can easily talk to and influence. Because
Jackie hates Aika.
Yeah, but Jackie's alone.
Yeah.
Right? The only thing that Aika has ever done to her was just say, you're fake. You're fake, you're fake. But she's never made a speech publicly, ever, about Jackie. So Jackie's always going to be like, if she's HOH, like, and you know how good Aika talks. You know how convincing she is. And she will swear on her kids. She swore on her kids of a Final Four with me, Bruno, Dimitri, and her. She swore on a Final Four. So we're thinking, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like, forget the whole trio thing. Even in this trio, with you and William, that's 5 people that's competing in that HOH. And there's only 3. That means your odds are in your favor for me to protect you, for Kevin to protect you guys, and for Bruno as well. We're going to be there. And if you were to win, and if William wants to win, and you want to put me up, you can do it.
My only thing is that I feel like Kevin and Bruno have never been close to me, and we've never talked game, and the only time that we did, it was for 5 seconds, and then I never talked game to Kevin, actually. And with Bruno, the only time that we did it was for 5 seconds, and then he lied, and I was like, I still can't trust him. And not because of Aika telling me, like, don't trust, blah, blah, just because of my gut when I sit down with someone and I look at them and they lie in my face, and I'm just like, why are you lying? Because I kind of know. And things like that just annoys me.
Which I don't blame you, but it's also also the same with me when I talk to anybody in here, but it's also like, it takes out one person to just say a little bit of distrust in that, and you will never trust them.
Yeah.
Right? Just like how I said, you didn't really trust Kevin. So every
Yeah.
time you talk to Bruno, you just already
Yeah.
didn't trust him. So
Yeah.
even though, because I've played with Bruno and I've seen it, I've been in that position where I've talked to him and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when I watch back in the tapes, it was never like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually genuine this entire time, but he's just bad at being genuine of just.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
also because at the beginning of the season, when I trusted him, blah, blah, I believed everything he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back and people were in my ear about Bruno, I was like, oh my God, I see it. But I didn't see it. I
Yeah.
just thought I saw it because what little thing that someone else has said, whether it's Aiko, whether it's Dimitri, whether it's anybody, that little bit of distrust, you go with your gut instinct and
Yeah.
but sometimes it's not your gut instinct. Sometimes it's just your subconscious being like,
Yeah.
you didn't really trust them anyways, you don't trust them now.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like, they're not going after you. If I stay, you have an extra person that is on your side. And even if you want to play her and say, you know what, I voted with Sindy because, like, I feel like Jackie's going to come. You can lie, you can say what you want
Yeah.
to say to why you voted for me to say, and test her. See if she'll forgive you in 24 hours. And she will, because she'll need you. And then once she forgives you, if you win HOH and you want to put me back on that block, you can. And I would not be like blowing up anyone's game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the thing, is if Jackie stays, she has an extra thing to put on her resume when she makes final two and say, you know what? Like, I was on the block 3 times. I've been public enemy #1. Everyone hated me. I've been the underdog of the season. Every
Yeah.
person that I got close to went home, but I'm still here. You don't think that's a very valid point of Journey?
Yeah.
And then everyone in Journey's gonna be like, you're right, she has been by herself. And but she's like Godfrey. She's been by herself, she blah, 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 blah. But if I stay, and on top of that, if she was just like, I just gonna come to her and go, like, I can, like, let's just move past this. Trust me, Jackie, trust me. Like, I was only acting like this because of this. But we can work together, just put up Trey and William, blah, 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 blah. Because she's not gonna push her to do Kevin and Bruno.
Yeah.
Because this is her opportunity. And that's what I'm trying to say to you.
You think she's gonna ask for Jackie to do William and I before she pushes for Kevin and Bruno, knowing that Kevin and Bruno are coming after her?
She's gonna push, but the thing is, like, they've been in that have-not room, right? Maybe they could have potentially made a deal where,
Yeah.
you know, if you were to stay, we're not going to go after you, don't go after us.
Yeah.
And they all could have been like, okay, we'll all go after Ike and Dimitri.
Yeah.
So she stays. Then she's going to go up there. And if Kevin and Bruno tells her to go after Ike and Dimitri, and Ike is going, oh, go after Kevin and Bruno, she has 2 options.
Yeah.
And this is the 2 people that she worked with and didn't go, and that's you and William.
Yeah.
She's not going to do Dylan and Karen because they didn't really do anything much to her.
I don't see how that's logic for her to go after us, knowing that there's this big fight between Ike and Dimitri, Kevin and Bruno.
But it takes one person to influence them and talk to them and get it to happen, and that's a risk. Are you really willing to take that risk? Like, Ike in a second just stopped talking to me, and I was just supposed to be to her, and I was supposed to be at least her number 2. I know she'll never pick me over Dimitri. But she told me, Sindy, if I don't win this game, I either want you to win this, Dimitri to win this, or Bruno. She never said your name. She never said William. And she said that every week. And that was how she reassured me
Yeah.
that she had my back.
Yeah.
And what else can I do? I prove to her every single week that I'm loyal to her, I trust her, and I'm there for her. And this week just was like a blindside to me.
But why don't you talk to her? That's what sometimes I don't get, you guys. Like, why don't you talk to her? Why haven't you talked to her
Because
to
I
know
feel like-
what's happening? You're just assuming.
I'm not assuming because I've been friends with Ike on the outside world. This is exactly how she is. I've been friends with her for a year and a half, and one tiny little thing happened, and she said that she doesn't believe it, blah, 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 blah. And she stayed mad at me for a year and a half until the moment we walked in here. And she knew that if we didn't hash things up, we'll go after each other.
Yeah.
That's why. I
So
know
right
how she
now, why don't you talk to her though? Why don't you guys talk? That's what I don't get.
She is not going to vote for me to stay. I know she's not. Her and Dimitri's not going to do that. And that's my issue. Even though I tell her I've been loyal, blah, 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 she'll either blame it on you guys or she'll say, like, I don't trust Kevin and Bruno, and that's fine. And even though I prove to her every single week. And I don't want to talk to her because I don't want to work with her anymore.
Yeah.
Why am I going to talk to you and Dre and then you and William and then go to her?
Yeah. No, I thought you were gonna go to her first and just be like, "What's up? Like, what's happening?"
No, because I've seen what she's done and I see what she can do.
But did you think that she was gonna be on the blog? Because this is the thing. This week I was safe. I'm gonna be honest. I was safe, so I didn't really care.
I know.
Not that I didn't care, but I feel like I was so stressed that
I thought that she was going to be on the blog because that's what Dylan told me. But
Dylan is influenced by Bruno. He doesn't think by himself, Sindy. Let's be honest, it's Dylan.
But Bruno fought to put up Ica too. But that's the thing. Dylan is in a state where he's HOH, everyone's going to talk to him, everyone's going to be super friendly.
Yeah.
Again, you've always been friendly with Dylan, so that's not new to me.
Yeah.
Her being friendly to Dylan, that's new. And it's because he's HOH.
Yeah.
So you don't think she's going to do the exact same thing with Jackie's HOH? Becoming best friends like that? Coming for each other's edges? Right? You don't see what she did when Dylan is HOH the moment he won. She's there being, oh my God, I love your music. Oh my God, tell me more about your niece. He didn't care, for 38 days, he didn't care a single thing about his life. And he's HOH and he's dead. So Jackie stays, because you guys want to get rid of this trio. Jackie stays, she goes up HOH. Ica comes in. Oh my God, who's this? Oh my God, is that Cliff? You love him so much. Tell me more about him. They're going to build this bond. And that's when she'll say, maybe Jackie may not see it. Oh, there's two rivals. Maybe I should pick a side. But she's going to be like, let's not pick a side because they'll both want to work with me and I'll just do Dre and William. I'm telling you, there's no way that Ica can influence me to go after you guys. I promise you that if, you can test her friendship in a sense to see if she will forgive you within 24 hours because you did the exact same thing because that's the type of person that you are.
Yeah.
But she, if she stays mad at you for more than 24 hours, you have the three of us on top of William to protect you.
Yeah.
And she will, even if she's mad at you, she'll still put me up first.
Yeah.
So if you vote for me to stay, I will always be that shield in front of you because people will always attack me before they'll go after you and William. They'll always attack me first now. And she'll do that. Because she won't be like, oh, Dre thought, no, obviously Sindy went into Dre's ear.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. I need to get Sindy out. So if Ica were to win, Dimitri were to win, even Karen, if I'm saying, they'll put me up. If you and William want to put me up to save your relationship with them, you can do that too. But if myself, Kevin, or Bruno were to win this, you won't put me up.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Really, 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 really think about it. And I'm going to tell this to William too. I know I'm not going to make it far in this game.
Why?
Because everyone's always,
Yeah.
once I'm on the block, every week it's going to be me on the block and I'm eventually going to go home. And I understand that. But if you or William make it to final two, I promise you have my vote. If you keep me this week, you will have my jury vote. I swear to you. If you and William make it together,
Yeah.
then that's a different story. I need to hear your pitches. I need to
Yeah.
But if either one of you make final two, because you guys haven't done me wrong. You guys have been true to me. You guys haven't betrayed me. I know we haven't been working solid.
Yeah.
But I still trusted you. I still trusted you. Even when Netta told me, you can't trade us, I was like, but I trust her. I don't think she'll come after me because I'm not coming after you.
It's so messed up because Netta would tell me the same thing about you, and that's from the beginning when I was like, Netta, I like you, blah, blah. And she was like, yeah, I kind of want to work with you. And she was like, do you trust Sindy? And I was like, well, I don't really know Sindy. I said, like, yeah.
And that's just frustrating too. But that's like the thing. It's like at the beginning it was like that. And that's why, you know me, I could told me not to trust Netta from the beginning. To the back of my mind, Netta, sure, I'll talk to you, but I don't trust you.
Yeah.
But Netta wasn't coming after me. I could have kept her. She wasn't coming after me.
Yeah.
You weren't directly working with me, so I could have put you up. That was the plan.
Yeah.
And it was all of us sitting here, and we all decided to make it fair for both parties.
Yeah.
I'll put Dylan and Jackie up first. If one of them goes down, then you would be the next person.
Yeah.
And I said, I had a moment. I sat there. And I couldn't do that to you because you haven't done me wrong. You haven't lied to me. You haven't betrayed me. You haven't done any of that. And I haven't done any of that to you.
Yeah.
So why do that now? Why send me home over someone who has done that because of a trio? And I promise you that I'm not going after you. I will work with you.
Yeah.
I am that target in front of you every single time. And that's one less person that I could get influence to go after you.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Eventually, we all have to go after you. You're going to find someone, me, to go after I can Dimitri. That's me. And you don't even have to try. Because I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least it doesn't look like you influenced me to do it. So your relationship with her would still be saved. This vote means so much.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand it does.
I know it's a lot of information. I'm dropping Audrey at once. But I'm telling you, like, from a game and a personal level, I haven't done anything to you.
Yeah.
And you know the type of person that I am. Like, planning Bruno's birthday, your birthday. I remembered it. I count down the days.
Yeah.
Planning, like, because I know how, because you were like me when I was 26 years old.
Yeah.
That's why we bond so much, is because, like, you're so open to different perspective. You're so open to the views of everyone, and that you're not just one-sided. You're not linear. You're not like vengeful, blah blah blah. You're
Yeah.
a very forgiving person.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I am. And at the beginning of this week, I was like, you know what? I don't blame Micah if she did throw me on there. I understand. But once I was on the block, why couldn't Micah just come to me and be like, don't worry, you're fine?
Yeah.
And she didn't. Instead, she goes, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. She's like, yeah. Then how do you think I'm supposed to feel? If that was someone that I trusted so much. If we were working hardcore daily, you were on the block, I would come to you and be like, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything I can to protect you.
Yeah.
So she didn't. So why do I have to talk to her? Why do I have to comfort her? And why do I have to ask for her vote when we were working together and we were fine? And if she was on that block, I was fighting for her. You know I would have been fighting for her if she was on that block. And you know that. So if you were on that block one day and she had the votes to keep you, do you think she'll do the same? She'll be like, well, you know.
I don't expect her to do anything anymore because she already done whatever she had to do. So I don't necessarily expect her to do anything. I know, however, that watching you guys and how you guys turn on each other scares me a little bit, especially because
I know
of all that happened. Not only that, but also because this week I know for a fact that, I don't know about Kevin, but I know that Bruno was pushing for Aika to be on the block. And even then I was like, I thought you guys were back together, so I didn't understand how he would push for her.
After the moment that Aika rehashed things with you, that's when we knew that
Yeah.
she still played both sides.
Yeah.
But we knew that, like, we couldn't trust her anymore. Because
Yeah.
at literally 24 hours ago, she was all like, Dre and William. And she spilled everything. She's like, they're super smart. They're very competitive. Dre's my biggest competition when it comes to the endurance. So if it's the endurance, she needs to go now because I can't beat her later. She was already giving us all the points of why we should get rid of you.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, that's the plan, sure. And then the next day, when you guys started talking and then she forgave you, all of a sudden it's like, okay, like, guys, let's, like, we think about this, maybe Dylan and Kevin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like she was covering her bases when she
Yeah.
knew she was in trouble. But
Yeah.
then when she wasn't in trouble, she went back. She
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you would forgive you. Because I
Yeah.
even asked her, I'm like, Dre's not the type of person. Like, do you think you can talk to her and just rehash things? She's like, no, it's done. And you know what? I'm done playing both sides. I'm
Yeah.
done playing both sides.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just really think about it.
It smells funny in here.
I will. It stinks.
And there's wet clothes
I
or
will.
something.
Yeah.
Doing makeup? I think I'm just gonna leave my skin.
You did your foundation?
I